Hey guys, this is All Things Chris, and we're here today to talk about our love story.
Okay. Hey y'all, I am back with another video. If this is your first time here, I am Chris, and this is
Tori.
This is my husband, guys, and like he said, this is our love story. So we're gonna be talking about what are we talking about? How you guys met? Love story. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about just how we met, and then the journey to the 5 years. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this, that means it is our anniversary. It is 5 years. 5 years being married, and then this coming Sunday we'll make it 12 years together. Yeah. So we've been together for a long time. So ain't no little while. We've been together for a long time, okay?
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been great. But we're going to give you guys some tips, what we learned, and just what we're looking for in the coming years, what's our goals, and how we can help you guys as well. All right, let's get started. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning, right? So you want to start out? You want me to go?
I'll start it off.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, it started by me going. I got a longtime friend. That's my boy, one of my closest friends. His name is Greg.
Mm-hmm.
And
hey, Greg.
Yeah, we always look out for your brother too. So we look out for each other. That's what we do. And I was in high school. I was in the 12th grade at the time, and came over, and one day I heard him talking on the phone with a young lady, and being me,
not a young lady.
Go ahead. And I heard a voice on the phone, but as they were talking, they making jokes and games, and I started making jokes and games too. But it was no attraction at that time. It was just all friends, and and then every time I go over there, she'd be on the phone with him, and he'll put on speaker or whatever, and all of us would just talk and laugh and joke around and play. After that, me and her became close friends, and at the time I was with someone, so we kept it at a friend level. I'm a big believer in when you with somebody, you don't disrespect your relationship. So so kept everything at a friend level, and you can take off.
Okay, so he kind of gave y'all the summary of what happened. Mm-hmm. So he's right. We met through Greg, and Greg was going to high school with me, but he lived on the same street as Tori. So, and their families have been, close, like long time family friends for years. Yeah. So, like you said, they would come over and they would talk, that neighborhood friend type situation. Mm-hmm. And by me being on the phone, you have somebody on the phone, you're like, who you talking to? That type of thing. And it kind of just escalated from there. We did, we became friends, and then we exchanged numbers. I later found out that, he was dating somebody or whatever. And come to find out that she was going to the same school as me and Greg. So he said that there was no attraction per se or whatever, but I was intrigued. That's the word. So I was intrigued because Greg had shown, because before I actually talked to Tori, Greg had shown me a picture of him. He was like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna put you, set you up with somebody." And I'm like, "Who are you?" Yes, Greg can attest to this. Okay,
I just learned about this one.
So, and I'm like, who are you talking about? So he showed me a picture of him, and I was like, okay, I like what I saw, so everything was cool. And then later on, we ended up talking on the phone, so on and so forth. Now, going forward, like I said, the girl that he was dating went to school with us. So by me being intrigued, I wanted to see what she looked like. So then girls, all the women can attest to this. We do our research. We go and investigate and make sure that we have all the information. Going forward, I did my research, I did my investigations, and I found out that she was in chorus with me. Now, I was in advanced course and she was in beginner's course. So I wanted to make sure, like, I'm like, okay, let's figure out who this is. So I asked Greg, what her name was, so on and so forth. Fast forward to, finding out what she looked like and stuff like that. So I found out what she looked like and I was like, okay, all right. So I was in class one day and I was talking with one of my friends and I was telling her, I was like, yeah, this is guy that I'm talking to, he's really, really nice, so on and so forth, but he has a girlfriend. And I was describing the girl. I was telling, my friend what her name was, all of that. Come to find out, I was in a science class. So my lab partner, he heard us talking about her. He was like, well, can you tell me what her name is again? So I told him her name, described her. And when I described her, come to find out that she was dating him as well. So I was like, okay. So of course it got real juicy and I'm like, oh no, we finna, kind of do more research and more investigations. So because Tori was such a really, really nice guy, and he was very, very, very respectable, I was kind of hesitant to tell him because I felt bad. Honestly, I was like, that's messed up. Somebody that, he had already told me like, hey, he was very respectful. Hey, I'm dating this girl, and I don't want to kind of go any further, but, we cool. And I respected that. But when I found out that she was cheating, I was like, okay, this is it. So I told Greg, and Greg said, well, when I go home, I'll call you, and then you could tell Tori what happened. So, that's exactly what happened. He went home. He called me later. And I told Tori, I said, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of hesitant to tell you because I ain't want to hurt your feelings. And he was like, no, I'll never forget. You said, you was like, no, I'm a big boy. I can handle this. And I was like, okay, all right now. So I was like, all right. So I told him, what happened. And he said, okay, thank you for telling me. He was like, I'll call you back. And he was such a gentleman about it. Like, it wasn't like, acting out of character. It was just like, okay, he went, handled his business, and he called me back. And he was like, yeah, so that's over with. And
I just called and I, trying to put two and two together because I had a few situations with the same person, the guy that she's talking about.
Oh.
And
Didn't
I ain't seen him face to face or nothing like that, but she told me stories about like playing around too much, like he always
being flirty, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like that. And I ain't no dummy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm a big, like I said, I told her I'm a big guy, a big boy, whatever. I can handle whatever. But at the end of the day, I treat relationships in the highest respect, and I feel like I'm the kind of guy that don't get stuck on stupid when somebody does something unfaithful with me. It's easy for me to move on because now I see that mistake and I can just keep going forward no matter how much it hurts. So that's what made it so easy for me.
Well, so after that, we still remain friends. We started like the talking process. Like, okay, I want to get to know you better. Now, before, we even started dating, I knew what type of mama I had. So, yes, we were 18 and stuff like that. Well, we were graduating. So, but my mom was very, very, very strict. So, and his parents were too. But my mom,
child, so.
Yeah. And I'm the oldest of my mom's kids. So, she was like, and I'm a girl. No, she was not with it. So we started hanging out, and we were, ain't gonna lie, we were using, we weren't using Greg. We were more of like, like we were all friends hanging out. And Greg was just like, yeah, let's go, let's go chill or whatever. And as we,
he had wheels and we didn't have wheels.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, shut up. But yeah, we started hanging out together, and as time went on, my mom got suspicious, and she was like, okay, I know that you and Greg are just friends. Like, there's got to be something going on because you hang with him too much. And, I came out and I told her, like, hey, there's this guy that I like or whatever. But we're still just friends. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, I want to meet him. And, my mom, I want to meet you. I want to meet your family. I want to know where they from, their background. And I'm like, oh, my God, we didn't have to go through all that. But that's what ended up happening. Greg had a birthday party or something at his sister's house, and Tori was there, and my mom, she came along. Well, she was invited, but she came along and she met Tori, all that, and then it kind of went through that way. So now we're at July 16th.
July 16th, yeah, 28. The 2011. Mm-hmm.
When Tori asked me to be his girlfriend, and it just went on from there.
Mm-hmm. We had ups and downs, just like every other relationship. But
yeah.
At the end of the day, you know when you got something good.
Yeah. So, but as you guys can see, fast forward through all of that, we are now celebrating 5 years of marriage, and it's been a journey, but it's been a beautiful journey because, we learned so much about each other, and we have evolved, together, really. We've evolved to the people that we are today, and, I thank God for that whole story, because there was nobody but God to put us together the way everything happened. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like he said, we had ups and downs, and every couple go through stuff or whatever, but we were committed to making sure that we were in it for the long haul. So, but y'all, July 14th, which is this Friday, which y'all will probably see today, would be that Saturday that I'm going to post this. So it's the day after our anniversary, and then Sunday would be the 12 years together. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just wanted to go forth and tell you guys kind of like our backstory, how we got here. And then, I just want to offer you guys some tips, and then what are our goals for the next 5, 10, how many ever years the Lord gives us. Mm-hmm. So, yep. Quick, I did want to give you guys a tip that really helped us when we were planning to get married. The thing that we did was premarital classes. We took it was a course that was offered through our church, but the book that it was kind of the foundation of the class was called Saving My Marriage Before It Starts. And I forgot the couple's name. I'll link it down below in the description. But that book and that course really, really helped us.
A lot.
Yeah, because even though it was very practical on and basic things that, other people would be like, oh, I know that. But when you do it together and you see other people's perspective, it gets you to understand who you're really with.
Yeah, and then also it was good because we had other young couples and even intermediate couples in age, and they were also pretty cool. And you see their life experiences and what they're going through, and But the number one thing for me with the premarital class is it helps you look at the little things. Mm-hmm. We all love each other. You know what I mean? You feel that love in here, and you ain't going nowhere in your mind. Mm-hmm. But do you like those situations?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that class show you, like, do I like this person? Do I like how this person is? Can I deal with this person? Little things like leaving a toothpaste cap off at the sink or like leaving your socks on the ground. Like it be like little things that you don't think about, how they sneeze, how they cough, what they smell like. You know what I mean? It be like little things, that you don't think about, Everybody think about in the marriage, like, oh, is that person going to cheat, or do he love me for me, or do she love me for me, or do she want bread? It ain't even about all that with the premarital class. It tackles those things, but it also tackles like the little minute things that you guys don't think about. So if you ever want to get married, I guarantee that this will keep you together at least for an extra 20, 30 years.
Yes.
Because it is a big help for me. And I'm like my wife say, it helped her also. So do that class.
Yeah, like that class, like you said, it really, really taught us a lot about, just the foundational things and the stuff that you don't think about. Because what I learned, you don't really know nobody until you move in with them. Mm-hmm. When you live together with them, then you really see, like, okay, what this person is really, really like. Because, when they're at home and when they're relaxed, that's the real them, not, them at a party or nothing like that. It's that intimate time that you have with each other. You see them on a day-to-day basis.
That time when all that Casanova stuff go out the window.
Yeah, man. That crap is over. When you get in that house, you see them at their, at their best and at their worst. So, yeah, take that class, guys. Like I said, I'll link it down below. So you guys can, if you are planning to get married, or even if you are married, I would still say take the class. That way you could get a refresher. You know what I'm saying? It's never too late to take it.
Never too late. Yeah, I would pursue my dreams more thorough. I go all in. All the way, nonstop. Just one focus at that time. Go straight at and just do it, Especially when you got somebody behind. It makes it easy when somebody behind you supporting you. And, I feel like I should have jumped into this industry way before I'm doing it now,
Yeah, I would definitely concur. Mm-hmm. No, but seriously, I would definitely agree. When you're young and starting out or whatever, because we were 17, 18, 18 really starting out our relationship, we were, we was kids. So we just like, we just gonna, be together. We all in bliss and let that be that. But looking back on, when we first got together, if we like, people always say, if I had knew what I knew now back then, but I mean, everything happens for a reason. Yeah. But I would say that I would have done the same thing, because you see a lot of people that do things in their younger age or younger years, and they're so far ahead. At the age, because we're 30 now. So we just turned 30 this year, the beginning of this year. So just looking back then to now, it's like, dang, I wish I would have did, certain things to propel us, where we are now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't over. It ain't over. I'm just saying, I just feel like, we could have been better off in certain areas of our lives.
Yeah, jump out and go get it, man. That's all I tell my younger self. Jump out and go get it. No matter what it is, do it now.
Yeah.
Because time ain't gonna wait on you.
No.
It ain't gonna wait on you, bro. No, it ain't, man. It just fly. And before you know it, you be on the same job for umpteen years, and now what you got to say for yourself. So, I would definitely do that in the beginning. Go all in. Go for it. Whatever that thing was when I was younger, go for it.
Do you know we should do a part 2?
Of this? Mm-hmm. I mean, we can. Don't matter to me.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to do a part 2, guys, because I really want to talk about some other stuff. That's just because my mind is very explosive with creative stuff. So I think I'm going to do a part 2. But one thing I did want to mention before we go, I want to give advice to like the newlyweds or people that's planning to get married. Well, we already kind of talked about like living together and stuff like that. But what you was gonna say?
No, we already talked about premarital class.
Yeah, but specifically for like newlyweds, I would say learn how to anchor yourselves together. Like, people always talk about, that 3-strand cord where it's like, it's you, your spouse, and God or whatever. I would say to really, really hone in on that, because at the end of the day, like, you have your family and stuff like that. But to really, if you really want your marriage, you really need to push for that. You know what I'm saying? Let your partner know that, hey, I'm here, I'm with you, we're gonna do this no matter what's going on. Don't tell people your business or whatever. You use discretion depending on how y'all flow, but for the most part, like, learn how to really lean on each other, because your love will grow. I promise you, your love will really grow. And also shut it up.
Hey, Tom. I don't know if she's trying to glow up or grow up.
Shut up. Yeah. Anyways, but no, like, cause for the people that's been following me for a while, like, you guys know that, hey, the last couple of years of my life has been very, very difficult. I lost my mom and COVID and pandemics and all this other type of stuff. So I'm saying that to say, like, you never know what life is going to bring. Right, yeah. So if you're just like, you're not all the way in on your marriage, I don't suggest you do it. Yeah. I feel like you should wait and really, really discuss, like, hey, are we really ready to do this? Because if you're not, if any kind of doubt, don't do it, because it's not fair to yourself nor to the person that you're trying to say, like, hey, I want to do life with you. So make sure that you're ready. You know what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know that you're ready to make that commitment or whatever, because of course, you love that person, but it's essential for you to really know, like, hey, I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I know that, because times are going to get hard. And when your family, they're off living their lives, it's just you and your spouse.
Yeah, that's true. And at the end of the day, on the other side of that, marriage is fun.
Yes.
Super fun.
Yes.
Not just the bed stuff. Mm-hmm. That's great. That's great. And you ain't got to feel guilty. But
I'm done. No, you don't, because what the Bible say, that the bed of marriage is undefiled. So listen, okay? Hey, have fun, guys. And then, married.
And then also, I'm gonna make it quick because I don't want to keep rambling on. But my dream personally was to get married. It was not just to play in the NFL or all this other stuff that I had as a young man. But it was my dream to have this person that I can just have that person that you can grow with and and love on, and you guys spend the rest of your life together. That one person with you all the time, they got your back, you got their back. Ain't nothing like that feeling in the world, man. That's real dope. And you keep God first, like everybody always say. But don't get lost in just that. Remember, you still are human beings and you need each other also. Yeah. So don't just give it all that. You know what I'm saying? Love on each other, learn each other, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I mean, y'all gonna have times, y'all separate people at the same time, even though technically you're one, but you're gonna get on each other's nerves, Mm-hmm. And I rarely get on her nerves because I'm a very great husband. I mean, I'm an awesome husband. I'm the husband on top of all husbands. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
But yeah.
That's right, baby.
But at the end of the day, I love this woman and I want everybody else to experience this love that I have, So that'd be dope, man. Yeah.
So guys, we just want to, like I said, we just want to encourage you guys. Of course, share our story. We're celebrating this milestone of 5 years together. So I hope you watch the whole video, but I hope you got something from it, and you can apply your so you see what I have to do with. But no, I hope you found something that you can apply to your life and to your relationship. Mm-hmm. So we are going to do a part 2 very, very soon. But for the most part, we just hope that you enjoyed the video. All right, guys, we'll talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.